Hello, everyone. Good morning. Okay. Can you hear me? Just a moment. Okay, can you hear me? 다 들어왔나요? 여러분들이 들어와야 시작을 할 수가 있는데 어떻게 다 들어왔어요? 꼭 그 시간을 지켜주시고 10시에 딱 시작을 할 거니까 그래서 꼭 지켜주시기 바랍니다. 들어왔으면 이렇게 뭐 들어왔다가 알려줘야 내가 누가 들어왔는지 알 수 있을 것 같은데 다 들어왔죠? 민경환, 김준영, 원서 다 들어왔죠? 자 그러면 네 수업 시작. Okay. So today we will talk about organometallics, organometallic chemistry. So we will talk about chapter number 5, other important ligand. However, before that, I want to introduce your announcement. So next week is holiday, Children Day, so we don't have class. And then 12 and 19 May, so I have business trip so we don't have a class. However, so I want to do the interaction for class. Actually, if we have the offline lecture, we will have a presentation, but I don't want to do presentation, just to prepare the PPT. So I upload how to do that. Okay. So if you look at the e-learning system, next week, 8th week, I upload the assignment. If you click this, okay, blah 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 blah. So the first day, you need to upload your picture during you are studying the paper. And second day, the 9th week, May 12th, so you need to upload the picture when you preparing the PPT. Okay. 11 weeks, 10 week, you need to upload the final version of PPT. So just a moment, it is very hot, so I will open the window. I'm sorry, it's very hot in office. Okay. So May 5th and May 12th, May 19th, 3 days. In Korean, will. Okay, I will explain Korean later. So May 5th, May 12th, May 19th, we don't have a class. However, instead of a class, we will have a project. So first week, 8th week, you need to upload your picture. You are reading the paper. And 9 weeks, you need to upload the picture. You are preparing PPT. And 10 weeks, you need to upload your final version of PPT. Do you understand? So after that, I will evaluate your PPT and give you some feedback about the literature material. Okay, I want to show you some example what you need to do. Okay, if you look at the paper, this paper is, I uploaded this paper in 8 weeks. You can download this paper. Anyway, if you look at this paper, you can see various organometallic complex. So first of all, you need to read this paper slowly. The story is this. So they try to make chromium based complex for ethylene tetramerization. So previously, there are many catalysts for ethylene tetramerization, but by using phosphine ligand, they can enhance the reactivity, blah blah blah. So you can understand, you just read the paper. So ethylene has 2 carbon, But in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So trimer and tetramer by using chrome catalyst. But sometimes these side product, undesired side product is also produced by using previously reported chrome catalyst. However, they try to use this chrome ligand, phosphine ligand, and then, so if you look at the reaction, chrome dichloride, they can make new organometallic complex. So they conform NMR and crystallography, something like that. So this is the X-ray structure. So when you take X-ray for our body, we can see where is a bone, where is problem. But like that, if you measure X-ray of organometallic complex, you can see the real structure. Here is chrome, here is phosphine, something like that. Okay, so they can make these organometallic complex, and then they also make similar complex from chrome carbon monoxide. We have learned that only chrome and carbon monoxide complex mean carbide complex. So we have learned that these carbide complex is good precursor for the synthesis of various organometallic complex. And then they try to exchange the ligand by using this method. And then they measure IR, and they try to they test the efficiency. So total activity, this is very good. And finally, they observe that the 10 chrome 10, chrome 11 is good for the activity. So they can compare which is good for octene cell activity. So 10 chrome is good. Okay, so these are proposed mechanism, and then so just you don't need to prepare experimental section. Just to conclude until by conclusion you can summarize the paper. So during summary paper you need to add the electron calculation. For example, if you look at this complex, where is the chrome? 4. Okay, but in this case chrome 0, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are L-type ligand. L-type. Okay, L-type ligand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, and chrome. So 16 electron. So 16 electron means this is not stable. So if you add this ligand for tetramerization of olefin, okay, you can see new type of complex is generated. Anyway, so you need to calculate the electron counting like this. X-ray structure. How about this? In this case, chrome 3 plus, like that. You can calculate the electron counting. Anyway, you can your presentation include many things, but please add what we have studied in this class. Okay? So don't worry about the English. Don't worry about the grading, something like that. Just practice. I want to give you some time to practice how to read the paper, even though this paper is not in my. I'm sorry. Even though this paper is not your major, we can understand, we can summarize, we can review that. So point by point, just to show you what you understand. It's okay. Okay, so now we will talk about chapter number 5, other important ligands. Okay, are you ready? Okay. Okay, so we are studying organometallic complex. So organometallic complex has core metal. So transition metal, generally transition metal is located in center, and organic ligands are coordinated to the transition metal to make stable complex. So for ligand, we have learned carbon monoxide and double bond, pi ligand. So carbon monoxide is good ligand because carbon monoxide can give the electron to sigma donor, act as a sigma donor, and carbon monoxide receive the electron from by using pi star orbital. I'm sorry for my bad condition. 여러분들 목이 너무 안 좋아서 미안하고 I'm sorry, I forgot to explain the project in Korean. 여러분들 이거 제가 한국말로 설명하는 걸 제가 깜빡했는데, 그러니까 여러분들 리터러처 미팅 하듯이 생각하면 돼요. 그래서 한번 쭉 읽어보고, 그래서 대충의 흐름이 뭐 이런 문제가 있어서 이런 걸 우리가 개발했고 이렇게 좋았다 라는 거 정리한 다음에, 중요한 거는 이제 그 사람들이 만든 유기금속 화합물들을 어떻게 만들었는가, 어떤 전략으로 만들었는가, 그 다음에 만든 것들은 일렉트론 카운팅이 어떻게 되고, 그 다음에 이런 것들이 뭐 이런 IR 분석, 그림 분석 같은 거, 데이터 분석 이 정도만 넣으면 되지 모든 걸 다 번역하려고는 할 필요가 없어요. 그래서 정말 그 그림 바이 그림마다 아니면 뭐 표마다 여러분들이 그냥 간략하게 설명하고 이걸 내가 어느 정도 이해했다라는 것만 보여주면 되지, 여러분들 그 익숙치도 않은 분야고 그러기 때문에 어려운 거 압니다. 그래서 그렇게까지 많은 걸 기대하지 않을 거니까 걱정하지 마시고 그냥 편하게 내가 유기금속화학에서 배웠던 이런 것들이 여기 이렇게 쓰이는구나, 이게 카바이드 화합물이고 이렇게 합성하는구나, 이런 리간드가 있구나, 뭐 이 정도만 여러분들이 알고 있는 걸 넣어서 하면 됩니다. 그렇다고 해서 너무 짧게 만들면 안 되고 최대한 알아서, 그러니까 최대한 알려고 했고 최대한 내가 이렇게 했다라는 것만 보여주면 돼요. 그래서 시간은 너무 많이 쓰지 마시고, 우리 3주 휴강이니까 어떻게 보면 3시간 9시간의 그 시간이 있잖아요. 그러니까 여러분 딱 그 시간만 할애해서 이렇게 해주시면 좋을 것 같습니다. 여러분 제가 나중에 왜 내가 출장을 갔는지 좀 나중에 설명해 드릴 테니까 그거는 양해해 주시고 여러분들이 조금 이런 식으로 준비했으면 좋겠습니다. 알겠죠? 그리고 이상하게 오늘 지금 목 상태가 안 좋은데 좀 양해해 주세요. Okay, let's go back to the class. Okay? So we have learned that carbon monoxide and pyrigan. And then we will talk about other important ligands. So this is very important. Okay, these are some example of carbon ligand. But if you think about carbon, carbon can coordinate to transition metal like this. Just single bond. It means that carbon anion can coordinate to transition metal. So if you think about Grignard, what is Grignard? So Grignard is the good example to explain carbon transition metal bond. So this is the reaction when you generate Grignard. Like this. Okay, so if you have iron halide and if you add magnesium, the oxidation state of magnesium is 0. But if you add magnesium here, magnesium inserted between carbon bromide bond to generate Grignard reagent. In this case, the oxidation state of transition metal is 2 plus. So 0 and 2 plus. So if you think about magnesium oxidation state, zero, 2 plus, it means that magnesium undergo oxidation because magnesium lose the 2 electron. So in this case, we regard this phenyl group as phenyl anion. So this phenyl anion attack the carbonyl group to generate something. For example, if you carry out this reaction, okay, if you carry out this reaction, so ketone, so this phenyl group will attack this ketone to produce tertiary alcohol. So Grignard reagent kind of here is minus charge. So okay, let's go back to our organometallic. So CH3 act as a minus, CH3 minus. Okay, do you understand? It's similar, but different type of metal carbon ligand. So carbon can make double bond with transition metal. So carbon has only four bond and double bond. So we call that carbene. In this case, we call carbene. In addition, transition metal can make triple bond with carbon. So in this case, we call carbine. So carbon and transition metal make a single bond alkyl, double bond carbene, triple bond carbine. Okay, do you understand? Okay, so let's talk about the first example. Just the alkyl can coordinate to transition metal. So just sigma donor. So that representative example is grignard and other CH3, something like that. So these ligand just anion. So by using electron counting, just to use the 2 electron for method A and 1 electron for method B. It's the same with halide, chloride, or bromide. Okay, the synthesis is easy. So if you add transition metal and if you have transition metal and if you have grignard, just mix it. Then the grignard anion part will coordinate to transition metal to make organometallic complex and salt. It's the same. Sometimes just manganese and alkyl halide, you can make the alkyl coordinate to transition metal. Okay, how about this? In this case, HANU will break down this bond to release out carbon monoxide and alkyl coordinate to transition metal. Okay, stability. Can you guess it is stable or not? It is not stable. It is not stable. Why? If you think about transition metal and alkyl coordination, it's not strong. So generally unstable. Their stability is enhanced by structural crowding. For example, tungsten complex melt at 30. Wow. If you think about transition metal organometallic complex. Organometallic complex basically it's kind of metal. So generally the melting point is very high. However, if in case of tungsten hexa methyl complex, it melts at 30 Celsius degree. How about titanium? It is subject to decomposition approximately minus 40 Celsius degree. So even though in low temperature they undergo the decomposition, or another problem is beta hydride elimination. What is beta hydride elimination? So if ethyl anion coordinate transition metal, this transition metal eliminate hydrogen at beta position. So the carbon directed to metal we call alpha position. The next carbon we call beta carbon. So this transition metal eliminate hydride and then to make a double bond. So it is very facile. 그러니까 한국말로 하면 되게 잘 일어난다는 겁니다. It often take place to generate double bond. So we know that double bond is strong binding with transition metal. So carbon monoxide and pi. So compared to alkyl ligand, if double bond is produced, this complex is more stable. So easily beta hydride elimination took place to generate double bond. So to prevent beta hydride elimination, you need to consider no beta proton alkyl group such as tertiary butyl and benzyl and CF3. So if there is a metal here, no beta hydride elimination took place. because there's no beta proton. Do you understand? Okay, so we will talk about beta hydride elimination later because that is very important part. Okay, I will tell you about other ligands. So phenyl, and this is not pi ligand. I'm sorry. This is vinyl ligand. So olefin, the transition metal cannot. I'm sorry. Transition metal does not coordinate to pi, just sigma. So this angle is about 120, like just sigma. And then alkynyl can make coordination. Okay. And then the carbon can coordinate to transition metal, but sometimes alkyl group can bind to transition metal like this. So we have learned like this, but sometimes ligand and transition metal can make ring, cycle ring. In that case, we call metallocycle. For example, in this case, palladium is here. I'm sorry, platinum is here, and cycle butene is here. Butene, so metallocycle. So sometimes we call like this palladicycle. Palladicycle means that there are cycle, but the core transition metal is palladium. So in that case, we call palladicycle. So I want to show you some example. So when you look at some reaction, okay, so if you look at this complex, palladium is here and palladium makes the cycle. This also palladium makes some cycle. So these are palladicycle. Okay. 여러분 덜덜덜덜 거리는 소리 들리죠? 또 더워가지고 창문을 열었는데 밖에서 공사를 하는지 덜덜 하는 소리가 들리는 것 같아요. 잠깐만요. 자, 여러분들 죄송합니다. 저기 앞에 공사하는 거 알고 있죠? Do you know the construction in front of our university? So because of the construction, the sound, the drilling sound we can hear. So okay. Okay. It's okay? Okay, so I will tell you about carbene complex. Carbene. So if you look at the carbene complex is metal is here and double bond and carbon. So the carbene can be generated by reaction between tungsten and vanillin lithium to generate this one. And then if you add methyl, you can isolate this one. So carbene is not stable generally. However, if there is some electron donating group like methoxy, if then this carbene is relatively stable. So the first developer of carbene is Fischer. Fischer generates this carbene. So if you look at the Fischer carbene have electron donating groups such as methoxy in the carbon double bond, carbon metal double bond. So these electron donating groups stabilize the metal complex. On the other hand, Schirach carbene is a little bit different. Schirach carbene is just a double bond with transition metal. But as I told you, double bond is not stable, so only CH2 can make double bond. This is the Schirach carbene. So carbene is very important because later we will talk about olefin metathesis. So olefin metathesis is the strong reaction to generate various polymer or other useful materials. So to generate to achieve olefin metathesis, we need catalyst that is carbene catalyst. So Gross developed olefin metathesis and he won the Nobel Prize. Okay, let's talk about carbene complex. If you look at carbene, because this carbon has p orbital like this, p orbital. So carbene p orbital can interact with transition metal like double bond. So these overlap can make the metal carbon bond stronger. So if you look at the stability, carbene complex having highly electronegative heteroatoms such as O and S. This oxygen attached to carbon tend to be more stable than lacking such atom. So electronegative atoms such as O and S is stable, but just without O and S not stable. Why? As I told you, if you think about the electron push like this, the resonance form can be generated. So this resonance can stabilize the organometallic complex. So if you think about MO, so bonding, non-bonding, anti-bonding. So E is electronegative atom. So the electrons are delocalized by the electronegative atom. So in X-ray, C chrome carbon double bond is 204, but chrome carbon single bond is 220. But so it is kind of 1.5 bond character because of resonance. So if you measure this compound in NMR, in room temperature, you can see only one CH3 peak. However, in low temperature, two peaks of CH3 are observed. Why? Because they can exist as trans or cis because the resonance structure. And if you measure X-ray of CO, actually the CO is single bond. So the single bond of CO is 143, but the double bond is 116 picometer. But this bond length is 133. So it is not single bond, but it is not double bond between them. So this is why electron negative atoms such as oxygen, sulfur, nitrogen, carbon is stable. So carbene is the triple bond. So how to make carbene complex? Fischer synthesis. Okay, we have this one. We know that this is Fischer carbene. After making Fischer carbene, if you add some boron compound, you can make triple bond. Okay, how to confirm that is carbene complex? If you measure the angle of chrome carbon, the angle is 180, and bond length is 168. So shorter than this. So it means that chrome and carbon make triple bond. Okay, carbene complex. So 1 sigma and 2 pi. So because carbene has triple bond, so there are 2 p orbital. So sigma donor and pi acceptor. So some of them, if you look at this compound has alkyl ligand, carbene ligand, and carbene ligand. All type of ligands they have. Okay, carbide complex. Carbide means that carbide means triple bond complex. Carbide means triple bond, however, it has some charge. So anion or plus. No, I'm sorry. Carbide means just no proton. I mean, carbon making the carbon and transition metal make triple bond. So carbon only has proton or anion. This type of complex we call carbide. So just carbon is here, carbon is here, carbon is here. So carbon is here, this carbon. So this compound also possible but not stable. Okay, let's summarize the other ligand. So we have learned alkyl, carbene, and carbide, and Fischer carbene, Schurach carbene, and then additionally acyl and trifluoro and vinylidene. So if you look at the vinylidene, it's similar to carbide, but double bond, and alkyne, but this alkyne coordinate to pi bond. So various carbon ligands are possible. So acyl, we will talk about later, acyl migration, and CF3, vinylidene, and alkyne. And then just H minus hydride also can be a ligand for metal. So only one s orbital, so sigma donor, and method A 2 electron, method B 1 electron, similar to halide, just the same with halide. The synthesis is like this. So hydride generally H minus. So if you think about hydride, hydride is too shielded because H minus. There are much of an electron compared to other hydrogen. So too shielded, so they will go upfield to show -2 or -12. Okay, so dihydrogen also can be a ligand. You need to distinguish the difference. So dihydrogen ligand is like this. The proton-proton single bond will coordinate to transition metal, not each atom. So in this case, s orbital is not coordinated. The sigma bond orbital will coordinate to transition metal. Okay, so sigma bond and sigma star will accept the electron. So because the hydrogen accept the electron from sigma star, so electron occupy the sigma star, so it means that the bond strength will be weakened. So just free H2 has 74 picometer, but in this case, coordinate to hydrogen show 82 picometer because it means that the bond length is weakened. Okay, if metal is electron rich and donated strongly, the sigma star orbital, the HH bond cleavage. So okay, so transition metal try to give the electron to dihydrogen, but after that, if transition metal give much electron to dihydrogen, so dihydrogen accept electron by using sigma star. So in sigma star, much electron come from transition metal. So sigma star orbital occupied by electron, then the HH bond will be break. The longer, finally break. So in this case, we can see two hydride. Okay, let's talk about dihydrogen complex. So agostic hydrogen. Agostic hydrogen means it's a little bit different and typical. This is not hydride, but if you think about like this hydrogen coordinate to transition metal. So it is not stable. It is ready to activate. So finally, the transition metal will break this carbon H bond, but before that, the H will coordinate to transition metal. So geometrically, some position is possible. The proton will coordinate to transition metal and then will be breakdown. But before that, agostic hydrogen. So agostic hydrogen will be connect to CH bond activation. Okay, so we have talked about carbon monoxide and pi ligand and carbon ligand, and then we will talk about phosphine ligand. Why phosphine is important? Okay, so you can see the phosphine ligand in our literature paper. It's the same. Phosphine, where is the phosphine in periodic table? As you know, under the nitrogen. So phosphine can give the electron to transition metal by sigma donor, and then nitrogen has no extended orbital, but phosphine orbital has d orbital. Nitrogen has no d orbital because above the phosphine in periodic table, but below the nitrogen, phosphine is here. So phosphine can has d orbital. So by using d orbital, they can act as a pi acceptor. So sigma donor, pi acceptor. Okay. Now I think you have some insight. So if ligand can give the electron and obtain the electron from the transition metal, they can make good binding and they can control the electron in transition metal. So phosphine ligand is very important. Okay? So d orbital of phosphine would be pi acceptor, and R group determine the relative donor acceptor ability of ligand. So depend on R group, the phosphine can give the electron to transition metal, or phosphine can obtain the electron from the transition metal. So triphenyl phosphine is strong sigma donor and weak pi acceptor, because if you look at the triphenyl phosphine, phenyl groups are electron rich, so they don't want to get electron, they want to give the electron. So phosphine has much electron because 3 phenyl group will push the electron to phosphine, and so now phosphine has much electron, so phosphine will give the electron to the transition metal. So triphenyl phosphine will act as a strong sigma donor, not good pi acceptor. But if you think about trifluorophosphine, we know that fluoro is electronegativity is very high. So fluoride try to withdraw the electron. So phosphine is here, trifluoro is here. So fluoride withdraw the electron from phosphine. So now phosphine has a poor electron density. So they cannot give electron to transition metal. On the other hand, they are electron poor, so they try to withdraw the electron from the transition metal. So trifluorophosphine acts as a strong pi acceptor and weak sigma donor. Okay? So by using phosphine ligand, we can control the electron environment of transition metal. So if you think about carbon monoxide, CO is good ligand, but we cannot make modification by using CO. Just electron push withdrawing is only one form, CO. But how about phosphine? Phosphine has 3 substitution. So by control this substitution, we can control the electronic environment of transition metal. So this controlling electron environmental sometimes enhance the reactivity, sometimes enhance the selectivity. So we need to understand how ligand control the reactivity. Okay. Okay, phosphine can act as a pi acceptor. Okay, other ligand. Just phosphine can act as a ligand, But phosphite also can act as a ligand. Phosphite means phosphine is here and alkoxy, 3-alkoxy. And DPPE, diphenylphosphinoethane, DPPE is kind of bidentate ligand. So trench metal is here. dentate means is bite, bite, 물다, bite. So bidentate means 무는데 두 개로 문다는 거죠. bidentate. monodentate는 하나에 물린다. 뭐 이런 뜻이고 bidentate. phosphine 밑에 I'm sorry for Korean. What is the atom below phosphine? Anthony. Diathenic and then the same. Okay, let's go to further. So we have learned that phosphine ligand can control the electron of transition metal, but one more important thing of phosphine ligand is they can control the steric effect. 지금 질문이 왔는데 I received a question from 경환. 경환 asked about sigma acceptor. But if you think about sigma star, transition metal is here and sigma is here. Sigma star is opposite side of transition metal. So sigma. So if phosphine get electron from transition metal, phosphine should use star orbital because empty orbital. But sigma star, in case of sigma star is opposite direction of transition metal. So the coordinationally the overlap is not possible. So sigma acceptor is not possible in case of ligand. Okay, so important thing of phosphine ligand is they can two things. First one, they can control electron environment of transition metal. Second one, they can control the state. If you think about organic chemistry, in organic chemistry we control the selectivity and something. If you want to control the reaction and selectivity, you need to consider electronic effect and steric effect. That's it. For example, hydrogenation, hydroboration, you need to consider steric effect, and oxymercuration, demercuration, you need to consider electronic effect. But so in case of phosphine ligand, they can control both. So they are very powerful ligand in organometallic chemistry. Okay, so triphenylphosphine, tri-substitute phosphine looks like this. In Korean 원뿔형, 뭐 삼각삼뿔형 뭐 이런 식으로 했죠. So if transition metal is here and tri-ligand is here, we can this as cone angle, like cone angle. So if there is a small substitution, cone angle is small. But if phosphine has a large substitution, the cone angle is bigger. So cone angle is bigger means that other component is not easy to bind to transition metal because triphenylphosphine prevent the binding site of the transition metal. Okay, so such bulkiness affect on dissociation. So we will talk about dissociation later. Okay, let's look at the example. If you think about this compound, if you add carbon monoxide will replace one ligand. So if this ligand is this one, the cone angle is small, the reaction rate is rate constant is slow. However, the cone angle is bigger, it means that the reaction rate is very fast. Why? Because ligand has huge big, this cone angle make the other carbon monoxide. I'm sorry, I want to tell you in Korean first and then tell you in English. 그러니까 콘앵글이 큰 리간드가 있으면 여기 붙어있던 리간드들이 이 콘앵글이 큰 것 때문에 원래 옥타이드럴로 있어야 되는데 이게 옥타이드럴 각도가 있을 거 아니에요? 이 각도보다 훨씬 더 좁아진 상태로 간다고. 콘앵글이 커지니까 스테릭적으로. 그럼 얘를 빨리 떼어내고 그 작은 CO가 들어온다면 이제 옥타이드럴 스트럭처가 되기 쉽겠죠? 그래서 리액션 레이트가 빨라지는 겁니다. So I want to tell you in English. Because phosphine ligand has big cone angle. So because of this steric hindrance, other ligand cannot make proposition. So normal case the angle is this, but because of bulky phosphine ligand, the angle is very small. So they want to kick out bulky ligand as soon as possible. So detachment and carbon monoxide is small. So carbon monoxide is replace the bulky ligand. So they will go back to proper position. Okay, do you understand? Okay, I want to tell you about electronic effect. For example, tertiary butyl phosphine is strongest donating. Why? Just only alkyl chain, so they will give the electron to phosphine. So we can say by using this factor. So factor is 0 is donating, factor is large factor is withdrawing. So CF3 is withdrawing, tertiary butyl donating. So we can then how we can measure the phosphine is coordinated to transition metal or not by using phosphine NMR. So phosphine is NMR active, so we can measure the phosphine NMR. So phosphine is bind to transition metal, they will give the electron to transition metal or accept the electron from transition metal. The chemical shift will be different from normal case. Okay, I want to show you some example. Okay, this is the phosphine NMR. So we can see the chemical shift. So okay, so let's talk about other ligand, fluorine ligand. So we know that fluorine is the structure like soccer ball. So about 6 carbons are equivalent in NMR. But if you look at the detail, there are 2 types of CC bond. So 6 link and then between 6 or between 6-5. Do you understand? Some CC bond is between 6 membrane, but some CC bond is between 6 and 5 membrane. So if you add transition metal here, transition metal can coordinate here. Where? 6-5 ring, because 6-5 ring is longer. Okay, so there are some examples. So fluoride metal complex is sometimes used as for drug delivery or something like that. Some electronic material. Okay, more than 2 metals. So this example, many metals are coordinated with fluorine, C17, 70, and others. Okay, so we can measure this complex as mass, EI, Fab, API, ESI, APCI, MALDI. So these are how to make cation. So this is the ionization. Anyway, so by using these methods, we can measure the mass, the weight of the organometallic compound. So if you measure this one, we can see this mass pattern. So now you can see, you can characterize this organometallic complex. And APCI method will show like this. Anyway, the important thing is we can characterize the transition metal similar to transition metal complex similar to organic compound. For example, we can use IR, we can use NMR, we can use mass, and then you can see you can characterize the complex. Okay. Okay, so I want to quit today's lecture. Do you have any question or comment? If you don't have any question or comment, please prepare the project for 3 weeks and see you in 12/6 May. Okay? 네, 고생했습니다.